welcome to the Quiet Your Inner Mean Girl podcast, a place for you to find the courage you need to take the first step and every step thereafter to create the habits, the confidence, and the life that you love. I'm your host, health and life coach, Abby Hegney. Let's dive in. Welcome back to episode 30 and Happy New Year to you, 2025. I don't know about you, but my mind is blown as it is every year that we turn the page on a new year. So I am actually pre-recording this episode just a couple of days before New Year's because we are leaving today. We are heading up to Vermont to ring in the new year with some friends at their place on Magic Mountain, and we are so excited. It's not going to be the snowy New Year's that it was looking to be just about a week ago. I think they were calling for over a foot of snow last week, and now it's mostly rain. But we are really looking forward to a few days away with people that we love, cozying up, hitting the slopes, and just ringing in the new year together. And I don't know about you, but I am ready for a new year. I am ready to go all in on what I want. I am ready to do the hard work, to believe even harder in what's possible, and to blow my mind with what is possible for me, for my business, for my clients, for my family, and for my life. So today, as we look forward to stepping into the new year, I want to talk to you about something that I, in all honesty, used to roll my eyes at. The concept of new year, new you. For years, I hated when people said that. I never believed that you had to change in order to change. And I want to be clear, I still don't think that it's necessary, but I now see that there is something really beautiful and powerful that believing in the possibility to become a different version of yourself. In Confident Mind and Body, I take my clients through this very idea of self-concept creation, where they envision the woman that they want to be, the woman that deep down they believe is possible, the version of them hiding beneath their inner mean girl, just waiting to be seen. We talk about her in detail. And we build their belief that not only is it possible for them to become her, but that she's not that far away. Because here's the thing, she's really not. Not for them and not for you. Most of us just give up on the version of the woman that we want to be too soon. We let our inner mean girl win out and we stop ourselves in our tracks. The new year is a perfect time to pause, to reflect, and to recommit, not to perfection, but to showing up for the woman that you dream of becoming and the future that you want to create for yourself and for everyone around you. It starts with one simple truth. And this is something that I wish every woman knew, especially as we head into the new year and everyone is thinking about what their goals are, what their resolutions are, what their intentions are for the year. And that is that your past does not define your future. If you have struggled with resolutions or goals in the past, your inner mean girl may already be piping up saying things like, why bother? You've tried before and you failed. What makes this time or this year any different. Or maybe your current self-concept is one of inconsistency or doubt. Or maybe a hot, busy, stressed out mess. You know what I'm talking about if you know what I'm talking about. But it doesn't matter how many times you have started only to stop. It doesn't matter how many things haven't worked or how many times you have tried to be consistent only to quote unquote fail. It doesn't matter if you have never achieved a single goal or if you have never felt confident in yourself or your ability to do it before. Your past and even your current self concept in this moment does not matter. None of it matters. What matters is what you believe is possible today. The stories that you choose to believe about yourself, about your goals, about your future is what determines your future. The decisions that you make and honor, because that is the important part, based on these stories that you tell yourself is what creates the future that you want and you deserve to create for yourself. How you talk to yourself from this day forward determines your self concept, the new you. And this is in your control. Maybe in the past you have tried to lose weight or stick to a habit or maybe just boost your confidence only to feel like you fell short. You missed the mark. You didn't quite get there. That is okay. Those attempts were not failures. They were lessons that you can carry with you in a way that powerfully moves you forward. They showed you what didn't work for you, what didn't work for your body, what didn't work for your schedule, what didn't work for your life. And that is what you want to leave behind. The things that don't work for you. So many of us try to do the same things over and over and over again because we think that we should, or we think that we have to, or that we need to, or that is the thing that's going to get us to where we want to be. But if it hasn't worked for you in the past, it doesn't work for you. And you have to be willing to leave it behind. This is where new year, new you comes in. As you step into 2025, let go of the things that you have tried that haven't worked. Stop defining yourself by what you haven't done before. Quiet the stories of your inner mean girl that no longer serve you, that you no longer want to listen to. Start fresh. That is possible for you. You can start fresh right now. Decide who you want to be, the habits that you want to create, the life that you want to be living. Show up for that life every day with intention. Make powerful decisions that build momentum and confidence. Focus on possibility. And most importantly, give yourself permission to evolve. I want to give you kind of a silly example, but I want you to think about it this way. If you had burned dinner at one point, you would not swear off cooking forever. You'd adjust the recipe or the temperature or the things that you think you did that didn't work, and you would try again. And this is really funny because this is what happened the first time that I ever cooked dinner for my husband. The fire department actually showed up, and the firemen told him not to eat the dinner. But here I am, like 20 years later, making him dinner every night. Because here's the thing, when something is really important to us, we figure it out. We become the version of us who figures it out. The same is true for your goals. Every step that you have taken in the past, even if it didn't lead you to where you wanted to go, has prepared you for what's next. And 2025, this is your chance to do things differently. Not perfectly, it's not a strive for perfection. It's just about doing things differently. It's an opportunity for you to believe that you can be the version of you that you dream of being, the one who feels confident and in control, the one who feels balanced and taken care of, the one who can handle the busy of life and still find time to put herself first, the one who loses weight in a way that feels easy to maintain, the version of you who has created habits that finally feel easy, habits that have become who you are and what you do. If that is what new year, new you can really be, then let's go. And if you are catching this episode in June or October or any other time, the time to go is right now because timing doesn't matter. It's not about a new year. It's about deciding that you are ready to become the version that you want to be. What matters most is that you believe that you can do it, that you step into that possibility. You tell yourself you are ready, even if you are scared, even if you do not know exactly how you're going to do it, and you keep showing up. What matters is that you keep your face and your feet pointed in the direction that you want to go, always. What you believe about your future is what it will be. It's that simple. And I want 2025 to be the year of simple. It's the year that you quiet your inner mean girl and believe that you can create the future that you want and deserve. It's the year that you leave behind everything that hasn't worked in the past and you carry those lessons with you in a way that works for you, in a way that propels you forward, in a way that makes things simpler and easier than ever before. It's the year that you shed the limitations that have held you back and you find the confidence that once fueled you because there was once confidence in you that got you started. It's the year that you stop waiting, the year that you stop settling for it is what it is. And I don't have the time and I can never stick with anything. It's the year that you stop comparing yourself to others. It's the year that you stop envying others for what you have always wanted to do. It's the year that you decide that you are worth it, that you want more, even when your life is pretty amazing as it is. You can be incredibly grateful for your life and want more. Who do you want to be this year? When you think about your healthiest, most confident, balanced version of you, what is she doing? What is she not doing? How does she move through her day? What is she thinking? What is she believing? That version of you is not a far off dream. She is within you right now. New year, new you doesn't mean you need to change. It simply means that you need to step into the version of you that you have been pushing down for far too long. The version of you that is waiting for you to start showing up for her every day. One choice, one step at a time. It's about choosing to believe that you can become your favorite version of you and then taking small, meaningful steps towards her. This is what my clients are doing inside a confident mind and body. They are deciding who they want to be, how they want to show up for their lives. And then every week, we create a plan for how they are going to do just that, simply in a way that works for them, for their bodies, for their schedules, for their time, and for their lives. And when they become the version of the woman that they want to be, they reach their goals faster and easier than they ever thought possible. Because here is what I have learned: confidence doesn't come from wishing things were different. It comes from believing that things can be different. It comes from turning that belief into small steps every day that prove to yourself that you are capable of change. And sometimes along the way, as you create change in your life and you build confidence with every step that you take, what happens is that you discover that new you actually means you feel more like yourself again. Because sometimes as life goes on, as it gets busy, and we go through our days just trying to keep up with it all, we actually lose ourselves in the stories of our inner mean girl. Stories that convince us that we can't do it, that we're too tired and too stressed, that we are too overwhelmed by life. Stories that the more we tell ourselves and the more we listen to them, the truer they start to feel. Stories that become our identity. But when you learn to quiet your inner mean girl and shed the stories that don't serve you, you start to find the favorite pieces of you, pieces that you lost along the way, and pieces that you build as you move yourself forward. So many of my clients this past year have told me that after 6 months in Confident Mind and Body, they feel more like themselves again. And this has become my most favorite result and my greatest accomplishment as a coach. Because what that tells me is that they found what was always there. That's how I want you to think about new year, new me. It's not a superficial focus on external factors that you think will make you happier and more confident. It's a focus on you, on what you believe is possible, on what you are capable of, what's within you, what has always been within you. So I want you to think about, who is new you? How does she move throughout her day? What decisions does she make and honor? Because it's not enough to make decisions. You have to follow through and honor those decisions. What stories does she tell herself? And what stories does she choose to not listen to? Because here is the thing: your inner mean girl is going to show up. She is going to try to pull you back in to all of your old ways, back into the stories that convince you that you can't do it, that you're too tired and you're too busy and that you can never stick with anything. The new you doesn't give her control. She doesn't fall victim to her inner mean girl. Instead, she focuses on what she wants. She hears the stories of her inner mean girl and she tells her, not today. She reminds herself that her past does not create her future, and she keeps herself moving forward, one small step at a time. Your inner mean girl will always, always, always have something to say. But the more you prove her wrong through action, the quieter she'll become. So this year, I invite you to join me in embracing New Year, New You. Not as a call to change who you are, but as an invitation to step into who you have always been capable of becoming. The new year is a blank slate. And while every single day is an opportunity for a fresh start, there is something powerful and beautiful about using this moment to reflect on what you want and to decide to go after it, to do the hard work, to go all in on your commitment, and to believe even harder. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to start believing that it is possible and that you are capable of creating the habits, the confidence, and the life that you have always wanted. 2025 can be the year that you stop doubting yourself and start stepping in to the version that you have always wanted to be. It's not about doing it all at once. It's about showing up for yourself, quieting your inner mean girl, and building a life that feels fulfilling, one decision and one step at a time. If this resonates with you, I would love for you to share this episode with someone who may need to hear it as well. And if you are ready to go deeper, to finally quiet your inner mean girl for good and create real, lasting change, let's chat. You can schedule a free consultation by visiting the episode details. Book your call with me today. It is your first step towards the life that you want and deserve. It's the first step to doing it simply. This, my friend, is New Year, New You. So until next time, keep believing in yourself, in what is possible, in what you are capable of, because it is more than you know. I will talk to you next week. If you are ready to quiet your inner mean girl, I invite you to join me inside Confident Mind and Body, my private coaching program, where you will learn to quiet your inner mean girl and create the habits, the confidence, and the life that you love. Just visit wellnesswithabbyh.com and schedule a free consultation.